Okay, so this is going to be the second video on Camtasia, and we're going to go ahead and look at some other more simple stuff that we can do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and import the media so we can work with it. All right, so here we go. We're going to throw it in the timeline. Okay, you can always resize the video if you want. So we're going to... Okay. And you can always flip around or do whatever you want. So, all right, so let's go ahead and look. One of the things we can do over here is you can always stretch. If you see when you get to the edge of a video, you can always try to stretch it. This works on images better. So let me go ahead and bring in image. That way it makes more sense. But you can also do it on audio as well. So, okay, I'm going to throw that in here. So basically, as you see, it's this size. But I want to go ahead and say I want the image to cover the whole thing over here, like the whole time that it's I want it to be like, I don't know, maybe you want to bring in a logo or something and put it on your video while you're editing it, so you can do that. So let's bring the opacity a little bit low. So yeah, let's say you would have some kind of logo for your company or something, you can just put it over here and that's it. It'll go ahead and show up the whole time. And actually bring the opacity back. All right. Okay, so that's how you can use this to stretch out images. I think it should work on some videos. I'm not sure why it's not working on this one, but audio, it should work for sure. So images and audio, it's a sure thing. So, okay, one of the most important things is we're gonna go ahead and look at the preferences. So we're gonna go into edit and then preferences. And there's some important things to look at over here. One of the most important ones would be to enable autosave. Make sure that this is there. And I would recommend to keep it in a minute. I think that's the lowest you can go. So there's nothing wrong with it to be enabled auto-saving every minute. You definitely want to keep auto-saving because in case anything goes wrong, you can always recover it. So that's very important. As far as some of these other options, really there's not much to look at over here. We can like mirror waveform and all that, apply smart focus, all these things. Haven't really messed around with it. As far as the timing over here, I think everything should be fine by default, but you can change some of these things if you feel like, you know, they need to be a little bit longer. Maybe the animations, for example, or I don't know, whatever you think is best. You can also, if you go to partners, you can always add PowerPoint add-ins to Camtasia. I'll go ahead and cover that in a later video. You can also do mobile sharing. Okay, and here is the where it stores the media, so you can always change that as well. Also Google Drive if you want to include it. Hotkeys, this is basically for like, you know, key what is it, just to make things a little bit faster basically. So as far as canvas, I leave this one by default as it is. And advanced, check for upgrades and whatnot. All this should be very self-explanatory. So just make sure the autosave is on every minute. That's the most important thing. I mean, you can mess around with that as far as maybe you want to just autosave every 5 minutes, but I would recommend to go with 1 minute. Okay, so one of the cool advantages of using Camtasia is that it has a really well built-in recording over here, screen recorder. So let's say we want to go ahead and make a screen recording. So you can click on this button over here which says record, and it'll go ahead and record your desktop basically. So as you see here, it's gonna go ahead and start recording. So it's pretty simple to use, and it works really, I mean, it works great. So that's one of the cool advantages of Camtasia, that you get 2-in-1. You get a screen recorder and a video editor. So, and both of them work great. So you got camera, if you're gonna have a webcam while you're screen recording. Of course, you got the microphone in here and the volume. Volume doesn't have to be all the way up, but you can mess around with that. The dimensions, if you want to change it, if you want to make it full screen. Okay, if you want to throw in some effects in here, you can also do that, animations and whatnot. So basically, to be able to use it, just go ahead and click on record, and it's gonna give a countdown. I think it's like 3 seconds, and then after that, it's gonna start recording. And as you see, you have some like green, what do you call it? Like green, like bars or whatever that it'll show up, and that's how you know that you're screen recording. And to stop it, basically, you just click on the stop. You can also pause if you want. So, all right, so let's go ahead and stop it, and let's see what happens. Okay, so here it is. It's called recording. You can actually, you should be able to rename it to something else, I think. I don't think I've tried to rename it on the fly, but maybe you can't. Anyway, so you can just throw it in here and it should have the recording. And as you see, you have some like green, what do you call it? Like, so that's it. You can very easily be able to record your desktop and whatnot. Okay, so the last one I'm going to go ahead and cover is, and I think I want to wrap it up for the basics. It's going to be how to be able to install, like if I go to media over here, there's this side. And as you see, I have a ton of stuff as far as icons. I got lower thirds, I have motion graphics and music and just about everything you can think of. I have it in here. So to be able to do that, all you would do is just click on the plus sign, and then you can do download more assets. And what it'll do is it'll go ahead and open up your browser, and it's going to take you to their website, and you can actually start downloading. Now there are some third-party plugins that you can also install. So, but anyway, I think you would have to create an account with them. So, and that's it. You can let's see. Let's click on download Windows assets, and then go ahead and click on save file. All right, and that should probably do it, I think. Okay, still downloading. So it's gonna go ahead and download this here, and let's wait for it to download. And in the meantime, okay. Anyway, so once it's finished downloading, the only thing you need to do here is you need to go ahead and add it. So you should be able to just drag and drop, but you can also like click on here and then go ahead and get it. But let's just go ahead and drag it in here because that should be very simple to do. So we're just gonna throw it in here, and we're gonna go ahead and click yes, and there we go. It's gonna go ahead and unpack the library file. So it's that easy, that simple to be able to use it. Okay, so anyways, once you have this assets installed, you can also import media, but for some reason I think it's not allowing any more of the, like, you can't get the 8 from the 8 because they had media for where you could get free like lower thirds and stuff like that. But it looks like now you just go to the download more assets and that's it. Yeah, I think with the Camtasia 8 you would go to the website and download them, but it looks like nowadays you just go ahead and download the assets folder and that's it. But anyways, you see here that's a lot repeated because I already had them from I think I installed the 8 in here, or they were already in here, whatever the case may be. But anyways, you should be able to get all these, or most of these, because there are some that are not, like this one, Motion Graphics e-learning brothers. That one is a third-party application, so to be able to get that, you can just go online and look up e-learning brothers, something like that. Something like e-learning brothers library might work. So let's see over here. Okay, so over here under libraries, as you see, you have Camtasia here, so you can click on that. And over here, it should give you some assets like themes, intros. Intros are something that look like fun. So I think you have to create an account with them, though, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see. So here we go. We have plenty of Camtasia intros that you can actually get. So let's check this one out. Yeah, so it says that subscription is required to be able to download, but I believe these are free. So all you have to do is just create the account. So all right, so that's it. That's how you can install some third-party libraries and be able to also get the assets. And I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up for the basics. Next video, I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna go ahead and start looking at start with this one with the annotation. So we'll go ahead and look in more into details as far as how to be able to use these and how to get creative with them. So that's it for now. Bye.